we're back live. Uh,
Is
but
my
before,
audio clear?
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
I got this little lavalier mic thing.
yeah. What? Like I was asking before the audio cut out. What can we expect from this new album you're fixing to release?
Uh mostly just a lot of stuff that is really true to me in my life. When I first started writing and recording music out of Nashville, most of it was trying to, write stuff that I thought was cool, I thought that worked, and I thought that, would be radio friendly. And I just got tired of it and said, I'm going straight for the real shit, the stuff that, the stuff that I've lived and all that stuff. So that's where I'm going with it. Uh, there's some controversial stuff in it, like a song that's coming out on there called Devil in Disguise. It's about my ex-wife and how she turned me into a human that I didn't want to be. She drove me absolutely to the point of damn near putting my hands on her neck. And so that's kind of a song regarding domestic dispute and how, it's not always the guy. A girl can literally drive the guy to that point.
Yeah. Well, sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry about it. It's real life, man. We all live it. And I'm willing to bet after, I have one of the biggest publicists in Nashville, and she even said herself, she goes, it's probably a very controversial subject, but it's also something that's not talked about. Like, everybody automatically assumes it's a guy, but 50%, sometimes even 60% of the time, if you look at the stats,
Yeah.
the woman initiates it. She literally starts, like, turns the dude into a monster.
Yeah. Well, have you gotten? Are you religious or anything?
Very, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude because I know that's something you're really not supposed to ask somebody. But
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm not like, sorry, I'm adjusting my gimbal here. Uh, I am not like I'm not like a Bible beater, like when it comes to religion. But I like to. Good Lord, this thing's glitching out on me hard. So you had a audio issue, and my little automatic gimbal is.
yeah,
But anyways, yeah, I'm not like hardcore to where it's like I tell people how to live and what they should believe and what they do, but I'm a man of faith. My other song, you said you've been listening to Way Out Yonder. My other song on that record is actually in the top one of the top Christian playlists in America.
really.
Yeah.
Well, how does that feel for you to have a song in the top Christian playlist in America?
It was surprising to me. I never thought I would be there, but it's a
Yeah.
true story about how I struggled with my faith and how I found it and all that. And so I guess it worked out in my favor.
What about your that song? I seen y'all filmed a music video to it. Uh, did y'all?
Which one, for Way Out Yonder?
Yeah.
We
No,
filmed.
it might have been reels that I saw. I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Like, you mean for with Joe Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did some. We did a lot of content for it. We probably got 20 or 30 deliverables, like, off of a content shoot. So they're all 30-second, 40-second reels.
Yeah. Bruh. You think you gonna work with Joe Tyler in the future?
Well, I told you, April 17th. What we're on the same show. Like, it's already selling out right now.
Yeah. Have you ever had a song on the radio or anything?
I have, but never like in constant rotation. But I've been on the radio. I performed on the radio. My song was played on the radio, but never in like constant rotation where it's being spun over and over again.
Um. Well, are you are you independent or are you signed to a label?
I'm 100% independent.
Well, I heard that that's the way it goes. That's better than being signed to a label.
It is, provided you're performing. For any artists out there, any independent artists, it's you got to have traction. You got to be moving. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
if you're trying to chase Spotify streams and this and the other, and you're doing third party playlisting or trying to promote, the return on investment's horrible. Whereas labels, I mean, they have the relationships, they have the millions of dollars to put behind you. I mean, they say there's no such thing as buying Spotify streams, and that's complete bullshit. When a label contacts, Spotify and says, "Hey, we need to put this dude up, and we're willing to put $1 million behind it," they take the money.
yeah. That's that's what I thought. I was actually scrolling through the feed and I seen where you and Joe Tyler just dropped a song. I'm like, man, this dude's dope. I said I'm gonna try to hit him up and see if he wants to do an interview. Uh, and then I know we scheduled one at one point, and then I ended up breaking my foot. I think the day before I had to do it,
Yeah.
and then and then looks like and then I hit you up yesterday and was like, hey, you want to do one today? And man, sorry, I'll be blowing up your phone like.
No, no, it's all right. I was just on the road, so we just got back from Texas. We had 3 shows out there, so you know, when I'm on the road, there's 10 million things going on, and usually my publicist has got me stuff, and I'm interviewing for radio and markets and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah,
it's wild. And last week was CRS week in Nashville, which is the country radio seminar. So every radio programmer, promoter, like all those people are in town.
yeah. Uh, how many shows have you played like in your whole entire career?
Oh, well over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I moved. I'm not like most artists. I didn't move to Nashville like as a newbie. This that, and the other. I had a country tribute show that was like one of the largest in the Midwest. And I was the front man for it. I was the lead male. It was male and female fronted, and I
Yeah.
was the founder of it. I was the lead male of it. And yeah, we played 100 shows a year, 125 sometimes.
Well, what made you start doing music?
What made me what?
Start doing music?
Man, it's just always been like a thing in my life. My mom, loved Motown, the Temptations, things like that. She always wanted us dancing. She was always dancing with us in the living room. And my dad owned a record store, and he was all into like Marshall Tucker, Allman Brothers, Grateful
Oh,
Dead. I
really?
mean, just everything. So it was always like, listen to this new record, listen to this new record. And, I mean, there's still a cedar closet in my mother's house right now full of vinyl from my dad's record store, the original releases in
Dang,
plastic.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Well, you said you played shows, so let me ask you this: what is one of your most like memorable thing that has happened at a show?
Memorable?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a long list with as many shows as I played. Most recently, um, I was playing. We were like opening for Morgan Wallen.
That
So
really?
yeah, there was a Morgan Wallen pre-show party just outside the stadium in Cleveland. So 2 black Escalades pull up. Morgan gets out of one of them. They all come in. We're playing that show. There's a line around the building. And I had told my wife, I said, listen, you have to be on time. Once I get on stage, I can't help you get past the gate. Like you
Yeah.
have to be on time. So we weren't like in the stadium, but we're like right outside it. But it was still very secured, and all that. And it was like, all right, and she's like, all right, I will. And sure enough, she wasn't there. She wasn't on time. So I'm on stage. I'm doing my thing. This place is mobbed. Morgan Wallen's there. Like, I mean, it's just a wild party. And she comes up to she's thinking she's cute. She's videotaping the line. She's like, look at this, man. This is awesome. Helping me get some content. And she comes walking up and she's like, hi, I'm with Morgan Wallen and Kelly Daniels. And my husband is Kelly Daniels. He's on stage right now. And the guy looked at her and he's like, yeah, sure he is. And she's like, what? Like, she's like, I'm not kidding. And so they kick her out of the line, like move out of the way. And so she goes and finds our wedding picture, and she walks back up there and she's like, "Yo, I wasn't kidding," and shows him her phone. And he's like, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Daniels," lets her in. And she walks in, and like I said, this place is so mobbed, it's so packed. I mean, it was probably a fire hazard at that point. And I'm like just doing what I do, and I'm up in front of the stage, and I'm like right up in front. I'm reaching over, touching hands, this and the other. And this girl, like 21-year-old blonde smoke show, wipes the sweat off of my arm because it was like 100 degrees. She's in this tiny little denim dress, and she starts licking the sweat off of her hand that she
What
had just,
the crap?
I swear to God. And all of a sudden I looked over to my right, and my wife was standing right there watching it. And she was like, and my tour manager was standing there, and he's like, "Don't do nothing. This is just part of it." Like he's on an uphill climb right now, whatever. And yeah, that's what it is. So I was pretty much like a running back with the best spin move for the rest of that show. I would like go back and forth, and every time I got to her, I was like, "Whoop!" I'd spin out and like do a little spin move. So she didn't try to touch me or grab my genitals or anything with my
Yeah.
wife standing right there.
Where did you meet Morgan Wallen?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you look through my Instagram, TikTok, all that, like there's pictures and videos of me and him on there, walking through a club together and hanging out. And
That's crazy, bro. Morgan Wallen is one of my biggest idols.
he's a really really sweet dude, man. He's really nice. Believe it or not, no matter what people think of him or how the media portrays him, he's really chill. He doesn't want to be like, he doesn't want all these people like being like, oh, like he's like, dude, I just want to be able to go out to the bar and chill, man, and like let's just have a beer.
Yeah. I just think it was crazy all the drama that's went down with him for the past few years and like
Yeah, but they say there's no such thing as bad press, man. And first the whole N-word thing, and then throwing the chair off of Chiefs. I mean, he got a lot of bad press, and you know what? I mean, he's on top of the freaking world. So kudos to him.
he's
Kudos
been
to
number
him.
he's been number one on radio for I don't know how long.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know how long. Man, that's so cool that you've met Morgan Wallen and performed with him. Have you
Well,
actually
I
been on?
mean, hold on. So that time I was just talking about, that was the second time I opened for him. The first time was at the stadium in Chicago, where I'm from. And crazy story was when he did his album release, the free show at Bridgestone Arena, and everybody waited in line to get in and all that. He went out in Nashville that night, and I was playing on Broadway, and "Sand in My Boots" was on our playlist. And the band was like, "We can't." The next song was "Sand in My Boots." They're like, "We can't play this song. We can't play this song." Morgan Wallen just walked in the bar, and I was like, "Fuck Morgan Wallen! Like, I'm gonna play his song, and we're gonna do it good. Like, we're gonna do what we
Yeah,
do." And we did. And he walked right up to me at the end of the song, and he's like, "Come here." So I had the guitar player sing a few songs, and next thing you know, like we he's like, "What are you doing on this date?" Like, Hardy's got a conflict, he can't be there, whatnot, blah blah blah. And yeah, he was cool as hell. And that was how I got the gig.
bro, that's crazy. I wonder
Yeah.
if he went down on Broadway just to find some talent to take on concert with him.
I don't think he did. I genuinely believe he just wanted to go get out, man. He just wanted to get out. But if you look, like I said, if you look through my Instagram, you'll see it. And then if you watch it for like 30 seconds, you'll see a video after he came and got me, and security in front of him, security behind him, and then you'll see my
Dang,
camera shot, and then there was security behind me, and we were walking through the club.
how much security was there?
There was four pretty big dudes.
That's that's crazy,
Yeah.
man. I've met Luke Combs. He
I
he
haven't met.
he lives he lives right down the road from me.
Really? Where do you live?
Uh, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, he actually lives in Dixon, where I live in Clarksville, but he
Yeah.
lives probably about 30 minutes away from here.
Yeah, I used to live in I had a house in Kingston Springs.
Yeah, he used to live. He yeah. We were at the Dollar General, and I told my mom. I said, I think that's Luke Combs. He didn't come in there with no bodyguard or nothing. He just
Yeah.
walked in there. I told him, and my mom said, "Nah, you crazy." And I got closer. I said, "Yeah, that's Luke Combs." And I met him, and he shook my hand, and I didn't want a picture because uh I feel like it's disrespectful to ask them for pictures and autographs.
I mean, it's not, what we appreciate our fans, and I'm nowhere near his level. I can say
Yeah,
that, yeah, maybe when you get to a certain level, it gets a little annoying, but I also feel that that's the reason why, like, Morgan still has a house out in East Tennessee because he can go there and escape. It's small town. He can go into the Dollar General and it's
yeah,
not going to be a big deal. And the same thing probably with Luke. I don't know. I can't speak for him, but you know, I've met everybody in his band. His drummer fills in for me sometimes. Jake Summers will fill in
uh,
for me. I mean, me and Jake are on text message basis. Haven't met Luke yet, but that's probably, if I had to guess, that's probably why he moved to Dixon, Tennessee, so that he could just go out to the Dollar General
yeah.
because there's not a whole lot of freaking people out there that are going to bother him.
You know, out here where I live, you know who Luke Perry is, right? He played in a movie called 8 Seconds.
Sounds familiar, but I can't be 100% sure.
He's an actor.
Yeah, no, Luke Perry I know is an actor. I'm saying, but I can't say
Yeah,
like I'm seeing his face right now.
he owns a farm out here
Okay.
too. But he died. I don't know when, but I just know I just know there's a lot of celebrities that live out here that is crazy. You know Craig Morgan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
he
I've
lives out
met
here
him.
too.
I've met him twice.
He does the same thing. He'll walk into a Dollar General, no security guards or nothing, and just walk in and start talking around on people.
Yeah,
He won't even care.
yeah.
Like, I think that's crazy. Like how they can walk. But I bet if Morgan Wallen, I bet if Morgan Wallen walked into a place with no security guard, I bet everybody would surround him.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think when you get to small town America or you're in rural America, we stop all the time. And obviously, if like we're on my tour bus and it's got the trailer and my face is all over the side of it and stuff, we pull up and like people are like, hey, is Kelly here? Can we take a picture with him? Like that's pretty normal and it's pretty cool. And now I'm nowhere near that level, but you know, I think that's why, like I said, we choose to live in rural areas and do
Yeah,
that because we know that people are going to be respectful and they're going to be nice and they're going to say, hey, yeah, we'll take a picture with you. So I wouldn't be scared, especially if you're a fan and you support that artist. Just go up and say, hey, you know, uh, honest to God, I've had pictures with a lot of celebrities. I've only been turned down one time by asking if I could take a picture, and that was
really.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, why'd she turn you down?
She I mean, she gave it to me straight. She was like, "Yo, there's a ton of people around right now, and if I take a picture with you, I'm gonna have to take a picture with everybody here."
Uh,
And she's like, "I ain't here for that right now." And I was like, "Understood. It's all cool. It's all good."
what all's the celebrities you've met?
Man, that's a long list, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So you've been around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no spring chicken. Sorry, my camera, I got my gimbal. I'm no spring chicken. I mean, I'm not the youngest guy in the industry, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, you can ask my grandma. I used to be obsessed with Morgan Wallen. Like, honestly, before I found him back in 2020, I found him back in 2020. I was listening to Blake Shelton. Like, I was a big fan of Blake Shelton
yeah.
until one day I just turned on the radio and I heard Morgan Wallen's voice, and I was like, that was the end of me liking Blake Shelton. I was like,
So what do you think of Florida Georgia Line and the possible reunion they're working on?
I think they should do it.
But I'm saying, like, are you a FGL fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a fan of anybody that's got good music.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I mean Tyler Hubbard, he's got a pretty good career on his own.
It's nowhere near what FGL was.
Yeah, like, but I haven't heard really much from Brian Kelly.
No, and you won't. What's that? For somebody said front row dreams. Answer.
Huh?
Front row dreams.
I
And
don't know
I got
what.
a question. That's weird.
Huh.
Answers will appear in chat messages. Front row. Oh, it's asking me to type a question.
Oh, my bad. It might have. Yeah, because this. I don't know if you can see that one comment. One of my people said, "Hey, JC."
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't I actually did. I've learned something today in this interview. But when I do interviews, I don't really like to ask the artist a lot of questions. I usually like to just sit here and have a conversation with them,
Yeah.
like we're having right now. Uh, yeah, well, let me ask you, if there was a new fan in here that didn't know who you were, what song would you send them to?
Woo. I would probably want to know their age. Uh, but what song would I send them to? Probably right now, Way Out Yonder with Joe Tyler, because Joe's popular, it's working. But one of my songs that's catching a lot of traction that doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It's just one of my songs, is called Dancing in the Rain. And that song is catching up to it's almost past Way Out Yonder as far as streams goes without any
Dang,
promotion or any content or anything.
dang. Yeah, I'm working on getting Joe Tyler on here. Uh, I've talked to his manager and he's agreed to do it. Now we just got to figure out some dates.
You talk to Bailey.
Yeah, I talked to Bailey
Yeah.
Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, he
Stacy
said
said, I love that song. Stacy, you've heard Dancing in the Rain or
or
Way
is
Out Yonder?
way up. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't heard Dancing in the Rain. I probably should have did some studying before I did the interview.
No, that's all right. I mean, she said, yep, I'm 47. Yeah, but what song are you talking about? That's what I want to know. You said, I love that song. You talking about Way Out Yonder or Dancing in the Rain? But anyways, I was born and raised in Chicago, and I started my career in hip hop and R&B and pop music. So I oh, Dancing in the Rain. So she knows that song. Thank you, Stacy. That's awesome. Uh so anyways, hey Bonnie. Bonnie says, "Hey JC."
What
She
up,
said,
Bonnie?
I do music too. Well, hell yeah, Stacy. That's awesome. But yeah, so I come from, I come from that hip hoppy poppy background. So actually working with Joe Tyler and a few other guys, when we were sitting down, we were writing stuff. I started spitting some flows myself, and they're like, "Damn, bro! Like you got some skills."
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Bonnie.
I was fixing to say, how does she know your name? But I think I put it on the thing in here, or she might know who you are.
I don't know. I mean, dude, it's so weird because, like I said, I'm nowhere near the level of even Joe Tyler, or half the people I know. But the other day, Joe Tyler is good people. The other day we were in a place called Hope, Arkansas, and we were just stopping at a gas station, and all of a sudden the gas station cleared out, and everybody's coming up to the bus, and they asked the driver, they're like, "Can we take a picture with Kelly?" And so I got off the bus and I took a picture with him and ended up talking to somebody, and they're like, you're like well known around here. And I was like, where are we? And they're like, Hope, Arkansas. And I'm like, well, I guess there's hope for me yet, like, but apparently, like, I'm a huge star in Hope, Arkansas, like, whatever. I mean, but I'm so thankful for those people and any fan for that matter.
How does that make you feel to pull up to some place like that and know that you got fans there?
It makes me feel that the hard work is paying off.
Yeah.
Like it's doing something.
Do you do music for a living or do you have another job?
I'm full time music, and then we own two tour buses, so we rent them out. So actually, Joe Tyler's tour, like three of his big weekend dates, I think Ohio and Texas and Florida. The tour bus that he's going to be on is mine, so that they're renting it from me.
Really?
Yeah, so I rent out my tour buses when I'm not on them.
That's crazy. Doesn't it have your face on it though?
No, no, my trailer does. The buses don't have any graphics.
Oh. Well, that seems like a good idea to rent out your tour bus when you're not using it.
Oh,
Make a little
100%.
extra money.
It's better than sitting in the driveway.
Yeah. Uh. So like, your what is your dream collab? Like, what artist would you wanna do a song with? Like that's popping right now within rap, country, any artist.
Dream collab would probably be right now. Well, I mean, like I said, you're asking me for that's a loaded question. One of the songs I got that's going to be dropping on the album's a duet. Uh, I think if me and Ella Langley duetted on that, it would be huge. Um,
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised people like Hardy or people like Morgan Wallen hasn't tried to take you under their wing and help you out. Like,
you know, uh, I mean, I'm a I will say that I'm a seasoned performer. I'm a powerhouse on the stage, and I've run into a lot. I've opened up for a lot of people, and it's almost like I'll do the opening slot. People see me, and they're like, "Holy shit, this guy's a badass!" And then next thing you know, it's crickets. It's almost like, are they threatened? Or people threatened? Not Morgan, but you know, other people that I've opened for and stuff. It's like, are they threatened by me? Becoming bigger than them? I don't know. Uh, so it sounds crazy to say, but it's true. Uh,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. How'd you get the second concert with Morgan Wallen? How'd that come about?
that like I said, Morgan's cool. That was from the first. So it was like, hey, like you're good people, you're cool, like let's do it again.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll. He said you. She said you and Luke Combs would do good together.
I would love to do a remix of Beautiful Crazy with Luke Combs. That's actually the first song I ever sang to my wife I sang that to my wife on our first date. Beautiful Crazy. And she said she fell in love right that moment. But that's one of my favorite, that's one of my go-tos is to sing
Uh,
Beautiful Crazy.
well, why don't you reach out to him and be like, "Hey, I got this idea."
Man, it's a crazy world. And I do respect Luke because Luke's he just said on a big interview, like he still goes through Spotify and people's socials and just randomly comments on stuff to be like, yo, keep going. So I respect the hell out of that. But these people, he's starting a life with Nicole, and they're having children, they're doing things. So you know, anytime he has off the road or he's not in the studio recording, he's got to be able to focus on his family, and I understand that.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I have to go do something really quick, and then I'll be back to talk some more.
All right,
I'm not leaving like the thing or anything.
all right. I'm gonna go make myself a cocktail.
Okay.
Hopefully, Stacy and Bonnie and everybody stay on. We'll be right back in just 20, 30 seconds. Ow. Ow. All right. We still got some familiar faces here. Well, while we're waiting for JC to come back, is there anybody that's got any questions that's on here? Type away. We can interact. Make me one too. Grab a beer. Anybody got any questions while we're on here?
Sorry, I'm back.
You're good.
Bonnie said I'm gonna go grab a. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I have to go find that Morgan Wallen clip and stuff. Uh, have you ever actually performed on stage with him, or
With him on stage, no.
if you had to say he hit you up now and he wanted to do a song and he said pick one of my songs to remix, which one would you choose?
One of his songs to remix. Uh Man, so it depends on what you're talking about remix. If you're saying cover, like I know what song I would cover. Remix to
Oh,
me is like the
cover like
remix to me is changing it.
I meant like cover like you two on a song, but you take one of the verses.
Sand in my boots, Silverado for sale. Hold on me.
Yeah.
If I
Hold
had
on
to do
me.
if I had to do a remix, I would love, and this is something that I don't think it ever got released, but it was a live collaboration. It went pretty big on YouTube, but Larry Fleet and Morgan Wallen, Where I Find God, like
Yeah.
I would love to do Larry Fleet's part of that
Bro.
collaboration and remix that.
I listen to that version more than I listen to that original version.
100% agreed.
Bro, I'm like, I don't know why they don't ever release that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Uh, one of my cousin went to school with Larry Fleet in I forgot where he was from.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't personally met Larry.
Um, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
His music is. I love his music. So that's actually how I found him. I was riding in the car one day and Where I Find God just popped up on the radio, and I asked my mom. I said, "What's the name of this song?" She told me, and ever since then, I've loved Larry Fleet's music.
Yeah. He's good. He's good.
What up, Chaos? Chaos, that's my homie right there. He does music too.
Okay.
Uh, he does. I don't know. You might have something against this for me asking. He does AI music.
I mean, hey, I don't hate it. You know, it's I'll give you a little insight behind the industry if you really want to know. But when as an artist, as a songwriter, when you sign a publishing deal and you get paid like 25 grand a year as a base salary to write songs. And then what happens is if you want to demo a song, like if you're like, we got the next big hit, you got to go in the studio and it's like 2000, 1500 to get a good quality demo from like a guy like Saxman Studios or something like that. So nowadays, what all the songwriters are doing is you sit down. Dancing in the Rain. Somebody on here messaged or said that they love that song. Dancing in the Rain. I wrote that with like some of the biggest guys in Nashville that have cuts
Really?
with like Bailey Zimmerman and stuff. And when we were done writing it, they're like, we're going to put it in the AI and see what it pops out. So they put the lyrics in the acoustic guitar audio into Suno and it spit out a demo. And it was like, all right, this could be a banger. And then I went into the studio and tracked it, to be on the album and paid no, a chaos. I understand that. That's what I'm saying. We wrote the song. We wrote the song, and we so what? But what we did, we took our lyrics and our acoustic track and uploaded it into Suno, and it made a full production of the song.
Yeah. He
So
said he says he's gonna get in the studio one day and record some songs and see how they sound. But he
yeah.
works a lot, so
Now I would never recommend using the AI demo as like with a professional subscription to Suno, you can download the stems and pretty much have a mix of a whole song. I don't do that. We go in because with the AI stuff, I can hear it and I can hear it right away and I know it's AI. I can
yeah,
because there's no human feeling in the instrumentation and everything else. So, but many artists now are going into the studio with their AI demos and saying, "Here's what I'm trying to create," and then the real studio musicians will be like, "All right, but I would do this differently. I would do this differently."
yeah.
And then they rechart it and re-record it.
Man, that's cool. Like I've never actually been in the studio. Uh, but what is one of your favorite songs you've ever recorded?
Man, my favorite song I ever recorded, honest to God, it's not released, but me and a girl named Caitlin Wolf did a cover of I Will Always Love You, but we made it a duet. So Dolly Parton, I Will Always Love You, but we made it a duet.
What was it? Sorry, my thing froze up.
Uh, what do you call it? Dolly Parton, I Will Always Love You. Me and a girl named Caitlin Wolf did a cover of that. It's not released, but we did it as a duet because we realized that that song's been covered and re-recorded 100 times, but it's never ever been done as a duet. So we released it for Dolly's birthday on YouTube only for a short time, and then we took it down. But that was a really cool collaboration and a really cool version.
Uh, yeah. Why didn't y'all actually like release it? Release it.
Honest to God, we recorded it like at my house, like it wasn't real, like pro quality. When you're out there really trying to get after it and make it, uh, you can't put out. I'm not a producer. I'm not a professional mix engineer.
Did Dolly say anything about it?
No, but we never tagged her. We never did it. Like I said, we didn't push it. We just uploaded it to YouTube and let it sit out there for a couple months and whatever. It might still be out there on YouTube. I don't know, but we didn't. We didn't. Like I said, we didn't push it. Nothing.
Well, I do want to thank you for coming up here and doing this. I think I've done it. I think it's been dope. So
Hell yeah, man.
I think it's been dope, and I'll usually go in there and clip some stuff and clip like some questions part, and then release them on YouTube and Instagram and all that. There'll
Yeah,
be clips dropping in a few days, or maybe tonight. I don't know yet.
yeah.
So
And let me know if I can. Or I'll talk to Joe and Bailey and say, hey, this guy's cool, man. He's starting out just like all everybody we know at one point was doing, and give him a shot.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up here, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Hey, you too, JC. Thank you, brother.